Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. So, all you extraordinary people who desire to have an extraordinary life, and those who desire to have a life of ease and joy and glory, and all you extraordinary people who are not, willing to keep on contracting themselves, and who actually want to keep expanding themselves and making their lives even more meaningful. All those people who want to maximize their potential, all those people who are keenly interested in ongoing self-development. Welcome to all of you. And as you know, what we are doing is we are dealing with everything and anything that does not allow you to have a life of ease and joy and glory. So what I want to talk to you about today is, what is it that is required from your side if you want to lead an extraordinary life? What is required from your side? See, there's something we come here and do every morning, but what is needed from you? Obviously, you need to be here every morning. But as far as, as attend as many sessions as you can, that's obvious. But what else is required from your side? Obviously, really listening to what's being said, not listening to the voice in your own head only most of the time. Right? What else is required from you to benefit more? What else is required is, don't take everything we say and try to fit into something which you already know and then say, okay, I know this. Now, having said that, these are the ones I can remember. Now, I'm asking you as an individual, what do you need to bring? What do you need to do so that you can take the maximum out of what we are doing with you every morning? In fact, whatever you bring here is what you need to bring to life itself. So आपको क्या करना होगा जिससे कि आपको सबसे ज्यादा फायदा होए अपने जीवन में और यहाँ पर. कुलदीप जी, गुड मॉर्निंग, नाइस टू सी यू. So now the floor is yours, and I'd love to listen to you people and hear what you have to say about this. What do you need to bring from your side? Ms. Reddy Garu.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
I need more commitment and action, sir. Whatever I listen, I have to act on that and review it on regular.
Okay, wonderful. That's wonderful. Neeti, can you write it down? He says, I need more commitment and action. So when you say action, it means what?
Sir, we have in our jargon, it's a PDCA cycle. Plan, do, check, and act. That is for any work, whatever we do it.
I understand that. What I'm saying is what action you'll take. Action will be based on what you learn, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much. So somebody else, what will you have to bring from your side to get the maximum out of what we are doing, or even to get the maximum out of your life and your learnings? Yes, Neeti.
Yes, sir. So I second commitment, and there is another thing is the indications or the ideas that come to us like a flash, and then we let it pass and not take cognizance of it. So listening to these messages that we receive, and
can you say it again and in a different manner, like little brevity here may help.
So one is commitment. The second is through these workshops and the tools that we use, different kind of ideas and images with those ideas flash in our mind. It is in my mind, and which many a times I let it pass. Whereas now I feel I should, give it more focus and, either plan it out, implement it out, or at least discuss with somebody who can guide me on it and give it more significance, is what I'm trying to say. Give it more significance.
Okay, so if I'm trying to paraphrase here, what you're saying is I get a lot of images and ideas, okay, and which can help me in two ways. One, if I take them seriously, it will give me more possibilities for action, number one.
Yes.
Number two, these ideas might even give me, preemptive actions which I need to take. So when I get these ideas or when I get these thoughts and images, I will take some action on it rather than just letting it be. I will
Yes.
give them the importance. It's like saying, okay, if I have an awareness, must be important, so let me do something about it.
Yes.
Beautiful. I like that example a lot. So, for example, it's very simple, that I'm trying to do something and a thought comes, this particular thing can go wrong. Now, instead of allowing myself to be disempowered by that thought, I will say, all right, what action can I start taking so I can make sure that it doesn't go wrong?
Yes.
And then if somebody needs to be talked to, I can talk to them and sit down, get their ideas and plan it. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes, sir. In
Right.
fact, if it is a good idea also, like I do have an idea now, but then since I am not discussing it out with you or with a, accountability partner, so it's just there in my mind. I have not discarded it, but I am a little lost how to build it. So I need to take action on that. I need to discuss it out, give it more significance, and then take a call on what I want to do with it.
Okay, I got it. Thank you very much. So for those who have joined late, I just want to tell you, we are today talking about, we know what empowering morning conversations can do for you. Okay? Helps you to maximize your potential, helps you to get a life that you desire, it helps you to live an extraordinary life, and helps you to keep growing yourself. And it's like an ongoing self-development program. So my question was, what is it that you need to bring to the table? What is it that you have to do from your side? Not only in this EMC, but also in your life itself. So people are giving their thoughts on that. And I had mentioned a few things like listen, etc., etc. So you can, watch the video later and find out what you missed. So what is it? So let's hear some more. What is it that you guys can bring to the table? आप अपनी तरफ से क्या कर सकते हो कि आपको सबसे ज्यादा जिंदगी में तरक्की करने का मौका मिले और इस सेशन से सबसे ज्यादा हासिल करने का मौका मिले? Yes, Shakti.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good
everyone.
morning. Good morning. Today must be your holiday, no?
I'm going for a hike, sir. So I'm out. Yes, sir. So for me, it's like the awareness and then the consistency. Even though sometimes I'm having an awareness, I'm taking action, then I'm taking a kind of a break, then it's like the consistent action is missing from my side.
Yeah.
So consistency.
Okay, consistency. I think
And
that's
awareness.
a problem. Yeah, awareness also.
Yes.
How subtly we are self-sabotaging, start noticing that.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, as Nethi ma'am said, it's commitment.
Commitment, yeah. There's one thing which I'm still waiting for. Let's see. What else do you need to bring to the table?
I need to make a choice, sir, instead of decisions.
Okay, so I need to start acting on this learning that I can make choices rather than decisions.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Shakti.
One more thing, sir. I
Yes.
learned a lot of tools, but time to time I'm using, but not every time. So I need to keep up that on as well.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. You can show us pictures from your hike, when you're hiking.
Sure, sir.
At least if we can see them. Yeah, who else? What else you need to bring to the table? We're not having any 5 Ps or 5 Ds or something like that. Yes, Vetrivel.
So good morning again. What I feel is what I should bring to the table rather than how I should come to the table. Like I should not come as a rock, I should come as a sponge, so that when I am soaked into the full of self-development, I can observe as much as possible. If I come as a rock, rejecting, resisting, and reacting, I won't be able to observe anything, whatever good happens around me. So I should come as a sponge. That's the idea.
Yeah. Interesting. I should come as a sponge, not as a rock. It's a lot easier to break a rock. It's a little more difficult to break a sponge. Have you noticed that? I mean, you try to hit it with a hammer, it will just... Beautiful. Wonderful. You come with some really interesting, analogies. Thank you very much. Okay, so what else? Now, I want you to look at specific things to you. Okay? So one of the things which I want to tell you is, you can, there are many things in our life we keep ignoring. Okay? And be willing to look at those things also. Because it is the things which you are ignoring or you are avoiding, if you start to face them, if you start to do them, that's where maybe your maximum breakthroughs will come from. So what else you need to bring to the table? Yes, Hasina ji.
One thing I've really learned is to have the power of now. That has helped me a lot.
So what is it that you'll bring to the table when you attend
The
this session?
power of I've learned that it's very nice to have the power of now. Don't worry about future and don't think of past. That is what has helped me here.
Okay, like be here now, be in the present moment. And
Yes.
but being in the present moment,
Right.
what does it make possible? What does it make possible, being in the present moment?
You are more,
You're listening more.
yes. Attention is there.
Exactly, where it should be, which is on
Hmm.
receiving. So that's another thing you can bring to the table. Where are you going to put your attention on? Receiving? So when you open your
Yes.
mouth and talk, it can be on giving. Yes, Major
Right.
sir. Good to see you.
So one should be receptive, and at the same time, one should not be overly worried about our past baggage. Because whatever we come to learn, it need not be based on the past learnings. It can be something new also, something different also. One should come with a clean, open mind.
Yeah, beautiful. A lot of people will take their past experiences to justify their behavior today. Almost like saying, Acha, this had happened to me, so I'm like this. So I've met many people who will keep on finding out reasons why they're doing what they're doing. And most of them are from the past. So I have one friend of mine, he will every time come out with the same thing. If in the past this has happened, so I'm like this, I'm like this. I say, okay, so if you're like this, then what? You want to change it or not? So what Hasina ji said just now becomes very important. Be in the present. No? Forget about what happened. It's over. We can do a process or two and get rid of the scars from the past. But you notice people keep coming back to the past all the time. It happened like this in the past. It happened like that in the past. It's over. How long are you going to play the same loop on your recorder? Play a different tune. So that's a beautiful one. Thank you, Major Saab. What else you need to bring to the table? Yes, Guru Nandan.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
What I think is a very important is what we are adding value to our lives, and how can we add value to other people's life with our knowledge, our experience, and where we think we are proficient in, and how can we help others to be it any field. And moreover, how can we add value to maximum number of people so that we build a community to, to make it more impactful in more number of people's life.
Yep, beautiful. Thank you very much. That's a great insight. We can bring it here also. See, today, and today is the 599th session, boy. Tomorrow will be session number 600. Imagine that. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
And now, when it's a conversation, you understand? So when you do a conversation, if your attitude is, okay, let me contribute to the conversation. Let me take this conversation forward. Then the way you will be in the conversation is very different. How many times you've seen that we're conversing about a particular topic and suddenly somebody takes it somewhere else? So where is that coming from? मतलब बात हम कुछ कर रहे हैं, आप उठा के उसको कहीं और ले गए, तो शायद आप कुछ बताना चाहते हो कि मुझे ये भी पता है. So I don't know. See, the point is what Guru Nandan said. No, listen very carefully. If I want to contribute to others and myself, then the way I'm in a conversation or any discussion with anyone will be completely different. Even when, let's say, you have a disagreement with someone and you are having a conversation with that person, be very clear. Do I want to resolve this? Do I want to add value to that person and to myself? Then the way I will approach the conversation, the way I will talk will be completely different. No? Or if you're getting into that conversation with this thought, today I'm going to put this fellow in his place. आज मैं सबक सिखाऊंगा. समझता क्या आपने? It won't contribute to anyone. आप उसको सबक सिखा देना, वो आपको सबक सिखा दे. And there'll be a deadlock. Nothing will come out. Okay, beautiful. We are getting some very interesting and useful insights here today. Now, what else can you bring to the table that will maximize the benefit you get out of your participation anywhere? Not only in AMC, but in any area of your life. Wherever you are participating, isn't it? Yes, Madam Shanti ji, how are you? Good morning. See you. Please go ahead and speak.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everybody. We need to bring our skills and knowledge, and in spite of any dispute, we must be persistent to go ahead.
You notice how many times, thank you, Shanti ji. Somebody said persistence, somebody says consistency, all right? And there's one word we missed out. Yeah? And that word is, yes, Guru Nandan ji.
Sorry, it just reminded me of a very interesting concept called we need to bring cash on the table. Now, which cash? K-A-S-H, not C-A-S-H, right? So cash is K-A-S-H, cash is knowledge, attitude, skill, and making habit of what we learn from here.
Yeah, and that will allow you
Right.
to maximize the benefits.
Correct. So if we follow this cash, we are done.
Okay, so I was talking about one word that we missed out. Yeah, it's very connected to persistence.
Okay.
Okay.
So I thought I was looking for that word as attitude, or
No.
that was
Yeah,
okay.
it is. You can call that is part of a person's makeup or attitude. See, we start things with great resolve. No,
Correct.
when you commit yourself, there is a resolve. There is a determination. Correct. ये तो करना ही. Determination. But have you
Yes.
noticed that that determination came that time and it went? You're not consistently keeping it there.
Correct.
Okay, I'm seeing myself doing it, so I'm telling you. Determination is what is going to make sure that you do it day in and day out. You know, 1997 or something, I became a Reiki master and I was conducting Reiki classes and I've done so many of them. One of the things we will say is, just for today, I will not get angry. Just for today, I will not do this. Just for today, I will have an attitude of gratitude. That means you make a determination every day. So you will see that those people who are motivated, right? They have that dedication. So every time they bring it out, this is the way it's going to be. I have not come here to be a loser, right? So in every conversation, I'm going to give my best. I'm going to take the best. And if you don't bring that to the table, like remembering, okay, P is equal to small p minus I. I have the potential. Do I have the determination to deal with the I's, the interferers? Do I have the determination to put my, thoughts into action? Do I have the determination to put my learning to action? I was talking to my grandson yesterday. He called me up to say bye because they're leaving for this place. So I said, "Beta, kya seekha tum?" It was very nice. Yeah. So I said, "Bajay, ye batao, how is it going to help you in your studies?" So he said, "Ye to maine socha hi nahi. I don't know how it will help me in my studies." So I said, "You start thinking." Are you getting me? So if you have your knowledge and if you are not focusing on how can I use this knowledge to move ahead, because what he has received is priceless. Okay? But what he did not receive is, in my studies, which are important for me right now, how am I going to use this? Right? But if he has a determination, anybody has a determination, he will find out. भाई इस परिस्थिति में कैसे मैं इस्तेमाल करूं? Like we are picking up so many things, right, from here. But when you go into your workspace, how many of you remember, look here, how can I use this over here? Even though I'm telling you so many times how you can use it. So maybe the missing piece is what? Determination. Commitment is there, but commitment not coupled with determination will never give you the consistency that you require. So believe me, I know how much of determination you need. Like you get up in the morning, many times you say, "Yaar, aaj session nahi karte. Yaar, chutti de dete." You give chutti to others also. Then the determination comes in. No, I said it, so I have to do it. And by the way, tomorrow, like I said, I'm repeating again, it's a 600th session. And I thought it's very fitting that we should allow Mr. Vetrivel Shanmugam, rather request Vetrivel Shanmugam to take that session, because he was the one who was going on pushing me and inspiring me that we should start daily empowering morning conversations. So let us allow him, let us welcome him to usher in tomorrow's session. I can tell you he's going to give you a very pleasant surprise, because we were discussing what he's going to do. So you're going to have some fun. Make sure you invite a lot of people to it. So what else should you bring to the table? It is not really a table. What else can you bring to your life? What else can you bring to empowering morning conversation that will allow you to take maximum benefit of this, and which will help others to take a maximum benefit out of this? So any other ideas on this that you can share with us?
Another thing which comes to mind is compassion.
Okay. So how would this compassion show up here? Compassion also shows in action. No?
Correct, absolutely. So when we talk about EMC, a lot of learnings which I have taken from here, directly or indirectly talks about compassion as well, because when we say what is holding us back, why the very thing, stop blaming and start living, the caption out there on our background, it talks about that we need to be compassionate about other person's point of view. We discussed that a few days back as well. And we need to understand things and we need an understanding from other person's point of view as well, and not get into any argument, right? And be compassionate about it. So if we start living a compassionate life, I think a lot of our stress, a lot of our arguments, a lot of our fights will go off, and unnecessarily kachra that we put, unnecessarily garbage that we put in our mind can get sorted out.
Yeah, compassion. You know what? A lot of people are very compassionate with others. They're not compassionate with themselves.
Themselves. Very nice.
If you
like
can't
loving
be
others
compassionate,
and loving us. Very interesting point. Very interesting.
You know something, there is a word in Hindi, right, which is even a better word than compassion. You know what that is? Anybody? I've told this before.
Empathy, sir.
Karuna.
Karuna. Yeah. Then साहब को याद रहती है बात. Karuna. Because Karuna is a mixture of compassion, love. Okay. But what is, now you remember I told you what are the 5 elements of an intimate relationship? Who remembers that? Yes, Vetrivel, go ahead. Nice music coming from the background.
The 5 elements are gratitude, allowance, and honor, trust, vulnerability.
Honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, vulnerability. Correct.
Yes.
Now, can you be compassionate if you are not in allowance? So the question will come, what is allowance? Allowance is a better form of acceptance. Okay, better than acceptance in any way. Because when you are in allowance, you are not judging that anything. It is the way it is. जैसा है वैसा है और मेरा कोई जजमेंट नहीं है उसके बारे में. Whereas in acceptance you may say कि ये बुरा आदमी है मगर मैं इसको accept करता हूँ. Whereas allowance will not even bring that label बुरा और अच्छा. ये जैसा है वैसा है. I accept him the way he is. That's compassion. It's called allowance, being in allowance. That is why when you are without compassion, without karuna, you will not, everything that Guru Nandan ji described. So he said, when you are in compassion, it will be like this, it will be like this, which is very, very true. So can you imagine if karuna would be, compassion would be allowance, the ultimate allowance. Nirbair. If you are compassionate, you will not have bear for anyone. Right? It is allowance for anybody's point of view also. It's okay. I mean, that's his point of view. That's the reality he sees. And it automatically brings forgiveness also. In fact, if you don't get angry only, then where is the need to forgive? So beautiful. If you can bring compassion for ourselves, and I always say it begins with yourself, right? Because the way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. So if you're in allowance of yourself, you will treat yourself with compassion. And the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others. So when you're compassionate with yourself, you'll be compassionate with others also. And the way you treat others is the way they will treat you. That means if you are compassionate with others, they'll be compassionate with you. How wonderful it will be. What a lovely Chakravyuh. ऐसे Chakravyuh हमें अच्छे लगते हैं. Okay, so what else can you bring to the table? So having said that, I think more or less we have said everything. You know that if you want to get the most out of any situation, or you want to get the most out of any relationship, you will definitely have to bring honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. Okay, so for those who don't know what is vulnerability, who will explain what is vulnerability? What is vulnerability, guys? You know, we have covered it so many times. Trust your brains. That's another thing you need to do. Trust your own brains and your awareness and your knowledge. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is vulnerability?
I have not attended this session of vulnerability earlier because I just joined recently.
Yeah.
But as far as vulnerability, I know is something which doesn't have any limitations or any borders or like our imagination, right? So it doesn't have any limitation or any border or anything. So it is spontaneous. It is something without any limitation. That's what I understand.
It is correct in one sense, because when you are vulnerable, you are dropping all your barriers.
Yes.
You're dropping all your defenses. You don't feel the need to defend. Just because we feel the need to defend, how many barriers we are erecting? हम दीवारें खड़ी करते हैं अपने बचाव के लिए. So when you erect those walls, the good also cannot come in, bad also cannot come in.
Correct. Correct.
हम बुरी चीजों से बचाव करना चाहते हैं. जो अच्छी चीजें अंदर आना चाहती हैं, यानी
उनको भी रोकते हैं.
प्रेम और सपोर्ट या जो भी लविंग एनर्जीज जो है वो भी नहीं आ पाती है.
Correct. Sir, I just wanted to again know honor, trust.
Honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability.
Gratitude and gratitude. Fine. I'll remember them now.
This is something which I've learned in my journey in Access Consciousness. By the way, Sagar, your phone number will also come in next Access Bars promotion that we are doing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so now having said that, whatever we had to say today, I'm asking you, now I'm going to pick up selected people here today, and I will ask you to say something which will contribute to this whole group. Okay. But my only stipulation is that it should not come from this book and that book that you've read, but what you are realizing in your journey in life, what you are realizing after being together in these sessions. Okay. Did you understand what I'm saying? So let's honor Kuldeep ji, because he's one of our elders. Kuldeep ji. And he's also become very rare these days. कभी कभी आते हैं. ईद का चांद हो गए.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ji.
Sir, what I can say to contribute, that I don't know, but what I get it and what I get the most by it is the very first thing you said about the loves. And if it is deeply understood, many things, many puzzles, we get the answers to.
What is that word again? I didn't catch it actually.
Your allowance said, I feel that we understand, I understand this peripherally. It's different when I understood it, totally it is different. And it's, I feel, as a panacea to many problems.
Yes, absolutely. It gives you a completely different life.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ji. Thank you. Next is Leena ji. Please come on the camera and enlighten us with your contributions. Tick, tick, 1, tick, tick, 2. You are muted. Please unmute. पहले unmute तो कर लो, madam ji.
Yeah. Yes. Good morning, everyone. Sir, क्या बताना है? तो contribution. मुझे तो यहाँ से सर मैं क्या
आप क्या कह बस
हाँ
ये क्या मतलब है? मैं क्या आप किसको जज कर रहे हो अभी? आप जज करना छोड़ो.
कंट्रीब्यूशन मिलता है.
और आप क्या आपके पास कुछ नहीं है कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए? आप इतनी पहुंची हुई महिला हैं. आप कौन? You have been picking up so much and so much life experience, bringing up children, running now 2 successful businesses.
सक्सेसफुल तो कह नहीं सकते.
वो तो दृष्टिकोण है ना. मैंने तो जो पहले साल में नहीं किया, आप ऑलरेडी महीने में कर चुकी हैं. और कहते हो मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया.
Sir, but I am not satisfied with that.
That's different. People are never satisfied. Somebody gives me 1 ice cream, I want to have 2.
बहुत कुछ करना चाहते पर हो नहीं पा रहा है.
तो आप इस ग्रुप को क्या कहना चाहती हैं आज सुबह? कुछ भी कहिए जिससे लोगों को फर्क पड़ेगा, जो आपकी सीख है जिंदगी में, और ये सब प्रोग्राम्स करने के बाद ऑब्वियसली देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ रियलाइजेशंस, इजंट इट? तो नया तरीका आया होगा जो आप कर भी रही हैं, मुझे पता है ना आप क्या कर रही हैं।
सर रियलाइजेशन तो यही है कि वही जो रिलेशनशिप के 5 एलिमेंट्स है उसको फॉलो करो तो बहुत कुछ डिफरेंस आ जाता है, और वो ट्राई कर रही हूँ।
ओके,
और यहाँ से भी बहुत कुछ नेगेटिविटी चली गई, देन बहुत फायदा हुआ है।
एक चीज नहीं गई है, अभी उसको हटाना पड़ेगा।
क्या
जिसकी
चीज?
वो जिसकी शुरुआत हमने आज की है, कि जो आपका ये जो दृष्टिकोण है ना, मैं ना चीज, मैं क्या बता, कुछ नहीं पता है, यही खत्म करना है। ठीक है ना, बहुत कुछ आप बता सकती हैं। If वो बिलीव इन योरसेल्फ जब होता है ना, खुद पे विश्वास करना। थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू सो मच। हाँ जी सागर साहब, माय मैन फ्रॉम नेपाल, द मैन फ्रॉम नेपाल।
Thank you, sir, and good morning, everyone.
गुड
So
मॉर्निंग।
I think what can I contribute today is that what I learned from EMC is not to be so judgmental towards yourself and towards other also, and so in that way you can be in peace, and in that way you can be peace relationship with other and with yourself. When you have no any judgment, when you take all the judgment, all the things as interesting point of view, and you just allow things to happen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, who else? Vetrivel, why don't you point out a few people? Nan can point out a few people. Reddy Garu has raised his hand. Very good, very good. After that, I think Guru Nandan also is trying to raise his hand. Pale Reddy Garu and then Guru Nandan Garu. Yes, sir.
Sir, I once again I said that believe yourself and be in gratitude.
Okay. Believe in yourself, be in gratitude.
These two, sir.
Yeah. And you know what? One wonderful thing happens when you believe in yourself and you are in gratitude, then you don't need to put any defenses. You become vulnerable.
Yes.
You become like a small child.
Yes.
चुलबुले बच्चे जो होते हैं, right? They're having fun in life. As we grow older, it's more like बच के रहना, don't say this, don't say that, don't look like this, don't sit like this, and then we become so. You know, it's like a man who's wearing a steel. पुराने जमाने में लोहे के वो पहनते थे, क्या बोलते हैं, आर्मर, right? How would they be? Very rigid, inflexible, and slow. इतना भार होता है. To be in a defensive mode, very heavy, na?
Yes.
Okay. So very nice, good point. Thank you very much. Yes, Guru Nandan, you wanted to say something?
Although I did not raise my hand, but it was actually I'm while taking the session, I'm walking on the terrace, so I think that background was as such. But yes, the learnings which I had, definitely when I was in corporate, so learnings were different. Now in my own journey of venture, the learnings are very different, and that too, such an amazing concept, right? So if I talk about total learnings from my life, it talks about definitely commitment. And today I've learned that determination coupled with commitment is going to be really, really awesome in life. It will make your commitment more meaningful. And, my passion, definitely in my corporate world, my passion worked for me very amazingly. And few, achievements I could do was only because of passion. I never thought this is not my job. My KRA is limited to this, or my job profile talks only about this thing. So I have many instances when I went out of the way and did a lot of things which were not my KRA and contributed to the organization in a very positive manner towards revenue. And I was suitably rewarded as well for that thought and for that action. So thinking and putting into action again is a very important thing that I have learned in my journey. And coming to this concept, awareness about subconscious mind, it's actually, it has totally changed my paradigm, right? So, it's such an important thing. We know subconscious mind is so powerful. Conscious mind is 10% and 90% is subconscious mind. And we hardly talk about subconscious mind in our lives. And whereas it should start from the childhood, it should be part of the curriculum, right? And I strongly feel this has to be part of the curriculum in coming days, because this is how we are going to, make a big difference in human life. At a very formative years, if it is done, it is so powerful that it can make our youngsters achieve whatever they want to achieve in life, and with a very meaningful purpose. So subconscious mind को हमने बहुत ignore किया है आज तक, by not talking about it, by not practicing it, by not making people understand how to use subconscious mind. Subconscious mind सब use करते हैं, वो subconsciously use करते हैं. But definitely, if we are aware about it more, it will help us a lot. So this is my learning of life.
So how I would say slightly different. If we learn to harness the power of the subconscious mind.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Which we call it awareness, or whatever other name you may give. See,
wonderful word.
There is a guy called Carl Gustav Jung, a psychologist. He said there is this collective unconscious mind of all humanity. Okay? And some people have the power to tap into it and use that power to get ideas and solutions and many things. So the work we do here is to help you to raise your consciousness. And when your consciousness is raised, okay, then when you raise your consciousness, you're tapping into the big mind, okay, what you call as unconscious mind. So being open to receive that mind, and use the power that is already there. Right? If your brain is postage, credit card size part of your brain, then our what we call as subconscious mind might be extending 1 kilometer outside of ourselves. That is how big it is. I mean, that's one way to explain it. Right? And some people need how to use it. That's what one of the fallouts of, if you are in allowance, you can use that mind more. I attended a program, rather we had organized that program. I have also attended it. It is called photo reading, where you read a page at a time. You actually flicking the pages so fast, tuck, 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 and you're getting the whole page, like taking a picture of the page. That's only possible if you harness the power of your subconscious mind. So there's a lot to what friend Guru Nandan is saying. Okay, so this is the thought I want to leave you with, that if you want to get the maximum out of your own life, if you want to get the maximum out of your own potential, remember all these points we talked about. Unless you're willing to be like that, unless you are being, doing, thinking, breathing like that, you will always live a default limited life. Right? The problem with the limited life is it keeps on contracting. Like a balloon, if you don't keep filling air in it, it contracts, right? Similarly, if you are not giving that energy to your life, instead of expanding, it will start contracting. So why live a limited life, my friends? So having said that, let us request some of our shairs, some shairi. And since we got Kuldeep ji after, क्या आपकी कोई साजिश है यार? One day Kuldeep ji come, one day Kamal comes. Anyway, so over to you, Kuldeep ji. Let's have some beautiful shairi from your side, sir.
Sir, कहते हैं न पाने की खुशी है कुछ, न पाने की खुशी है कुछ, न खोने का ही कुछ कम है। ये दौलत और शोहरत सिर्फ कुछ जख्मों का मरहम है।
वाह वाह।
ये दौलत और शोहरत सिर्फ कुछ जख्मों का मरहम है। अजब सी कश्मकश रोज जीने रोज मरने में, अजब सी कश्मकश है रोज जीने रोज मरने में। जिंदगी मुकम्मल लगती तो है मगर पूरी से कुछ कम।
What is the English word for kashmakash? Is it restlessness?
नहीं, ये है दुविधा, दुविधा है, एक धर्म संकट।
Dissonance, dissonance, yeah. Without dissonance, okay.
जब
It is striving,
जी,
What is
striving,
it? Thriving,
strive, to strive.
to strive, okay.
not
you
a
say-
strive, it is in two minds.
Yeah, duvidha. It's duvidha, that's right.
दुविधा जो है,
Kare na kare.
दुविधा।
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. I'll have to listen to the recording again, just to listen to your shairi. Thank you so much, sir. All right. And Sagar Acharya has raised his hand. I'm sure he's got some shairi to say.
Yes, sir. It's
Bolo,
just
sir.
a quick शायरी. मैं रोता था जमाने को दोस्त देता था. मैं रोता था जमाने को दोस्त देता था. जब मैं हंसने लगा जमाने रोने लगा. जब मैं हंसने लगा जमाने रोने लगा. मैं हंस के ही भुलाने लगा.
Wow, 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 kya baat hai. Worth translating also. We will translate another time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vetrivel, you want to say some Tirukural or shall I move to friend Gunen?
Sir, today, instead of a Tirukural, I want to say a statement which has come during the session, which could be possible title of my future book. It says, observe to absorb.
Observe to absorb.
Absorb.
Okay.
Thank
Nice
you very
title.
much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mr. Raul Kunen Shahidi.
Yes, sir. Sorry for joining a bit late this session. शेर अर्ज किया है जनाब कि कश्ती भी नहीं बदली और दरिया भी नहीं बदला. कश्ती भी नहीं बदली और दरिया भी नहीं बदला और डूबने वालों का जज्बा भी नहीं बदला. और अर्ज किया है कि है शौक सफर ऐसा एक अरसे से यारों, है शौक सफर ऐसा एक अरसे से यारों, मंजिल भी नहीं पाई रास्ता भी नहीं बदला.
वाह 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 वाह.
So journey is going on.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And having said that, let's say, have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Thank you for being here. And we look forward to you coming to session number 600 tomorrow morning, sharp at 7 a.m. Right?
Sure.
We have not made any changes to the timing for the time being. Right? Unless everybody agrees, we will not change the timing. Okay? Bye then. Have a wonderful day. Tata.
Okay, thank you everybody. Everybody, bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.